morning, everyone. Wholesale Sharks here is live from the Dispo Sharks studio. My name is Chris. I am one of the relation managers for the Dispo Sharks. What does that mean? That means that if you lock up a deal, you know what the next move is. You can shoot me. You can either give me a call, shoot me a text message. I am your first point of contact to getting that deal sold. Joining me today, guys, I have my lovely two co-hosts, Annette and Jackie. Please, ladies, go ahead.
Hey guys, my name is Annette Sejas. I am a relationships manager here at Dispo Sharks. Thanks, Chris.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jackie Varela. I'm also a co-host here and relationships manager. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, guys. Today, we have the pleasure of having Mr. Justin Vega joining us. Justin in the building. Go ahead, dude.
Hey, welcome, Justin.
First of all, Justin, I just want to go ahead and thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us today. If you don't mind, we just have a few questions for you. You steer the podcast, brother. So, ladies, what do you say we get right onto it?
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
we want to know a little bit more about your journey and how did you start at real estate?
So it's been a short journey so far. It's only been like 5 years I've been in real estate, but
Only?
yeah.
I was like, that's more than average.
Yeah. Before that, I was actually I just did aerospace engineering before that. So
Nice.
yeah,
Oh my
it was,
gosh.
yeah.
It's
so,
a very difficult and challenging career. Let me tell you that.
I was going to tell you, I love the way that he just says it like it's nothing. Oh,
Yeah.
I was just an engineer in aerospace. Okay.
Aerospace
Dude.
That's
Yeah.
pretty intense.
it definitely wasn't my style. Before that, I actually went to school for nursing, so I went to college for nursing. Dropped out of that, and just figured out that really anything that had to do with like a boss or having to go to school for it just wasn't really my thing. So. So I was in aerospace for a while. My dad's an engineer as well, so he got me into it. Did that for a little bit, and then there's only so much that you could do before you kind of cap out in terms of like what you can make or where you can kind of be. So I just kind of ended up thinking that wasn't for me anymore. Met a couple people that were doing real estate as like a retail agent.
Okay.
So that was kind of like how I first got into it, was getting my real estate license, becoming a retail agent.
Nice.
Just going from there. Yeah.
Cool.
You said you were born in Georgia, correct?
Yeah. Born in Georgia. Yeah.
Raised over there or here?
No.
Or how did that happen that you moved here?
My dad went to Georgia Tech, so
Okay.
so
Shout out
that's
Georgia Tech.
yeah, right. So he went out there for school, so I was born out there. But after that, we moved to a couple places. We moved to Texas, California. We came out here to Arizona. And I've been in Arizona since I was probably like 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically live out here.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
So you technically speaking, we're raised out here.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
So you've been an agent for 5 years, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I've been an agent for 5 years, but an actual agent, I was only that for about like 6 months.
Yeah.
And then I started transitioning into the wholesale side of things.
Nice.
Just being a regular retail agent just wasn't my thing either. Just kind of felt like I had a boss in the grand scheme of things when have people that you have to go and you have to present to, and you have to be, sometimes I feel like you have to be a different person when you're a retail agent.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really like doing that. I found out really quick that I wasn't like the type that like puts on a face and like goes
Right.
out there and, hey, how you doing? And try to be like that very charismatic person that wants to like make you like them instead.
Yeah.
And then I found that I didn't want to do that. So then I started seeing like wholesale and everything like that, the investment side of it, how it was pretty like cut and dry.
Right.
And you can be like yourself, and you can show your true colors of who you are, in terms of like your personality and everything like that.
sure.
No one's going to take it against you.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Good that you were able to see that, right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, find your niche.
yeah, it's definitely definitely helped out in terms of not banging my head against the wall anymore. So
Right, yeah. Or feeling guilty. Feeling
yeah.
guilty. Like, am I really giving this person my true self?
yeah,
I hear
truly,
ya.
yeah. So we from there I met. What happened was I was on a team. It's one of the bigger teams out here in terms of real estate, in terms of retail real estate. I was on the Lawton team. And from there, I actually met a person inside the Lawton team that actually took care of the investment side for the whole real estate team. So he kind of, from there, I learned a couple things, and he kind of taught me the wholesale side of it, the investment side of it, fix and flip and all that stuff, and how to get deals, what I'm looking at and everything like that. And that was kind of how I jumped
really
into
cool.
it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, very quickly, obviously you are a kick-ass guy, right? You're doing big things, obviously. What is some of your morning routines as far as, do you wake up in the morning? Do you do a certain, exercise? What's the deal? What's the day in the life of?
Yeah. So I usually wake up. I'm an early riser every day, so it's anywhere between like 4 and 5 a.m. is when I'm awake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
And
like
you go to sleep at what time?
I'm a late sleeper too, so not really that late, but I go to sleep probably like 11, 12. So it's it
That's like
gets
4 hours of sleep.
yeah. Sometimes I have a
Sheesh.
day where I could like crash out, but for the
God.
most part, it's 4 to 5 a.m. I'll be up,
Yeah.
and then from there I'm kind of like looking over any emails that I have going on, and then once I clear through those emails, I go to the gym, get the gym done. So that's like a very necessary thing that I try and do is get the gym done. After that gym, I feel like after I get out of the gym, I feel like I'm like ready to take on the day. So from there, I go back and start getting things ready for like the acquisition guys, the dispo guys that we have, and then for our call center and everything like that, and just start as the leads pop in, we start taking care of business. So
That's awesome.
amazing.
yeah. So yeah.
If you could change one thing about your business, what would that be? It could be like marketing. It could be just how you manage things.
I'd say probably, and I've already made the change. Last year, I was actually just telling me and Ramon and we were just talking about this right now. But before probably like beginning of last year, I was partnered up with someone, and we ended up going our separate ways. And when we were partnered up, that whole year, it was a lot of like second guessing ourselves, like kind of trying to stay under the radar, not really trying to let people know like what we're doing or even showing the journey of how we're getting there. It was a lot of like being closed in on ourselves,
Right.
Okay.
and just not really like being vocal or being trying to help anybody else out or anything like that. It was mostly just like, what's our business doing? What are we doing? What are we doing to get like what we need to get done? Yada yada yada. But after we went our separate ways, I actually ended up opening up a little bit more. So being a little bit more vocal on social media, talking to more people, going to meetups and meeting up with people.
Yeah.
Even just like trying to help people get their deals and everything like that. So my big thing was when I split apart was to not rely just on our marketing, on our outbound marketing, but I also wanted to rely on somewhat of a brand, something like what you guys have created right here with the Dispo Sharks and everything like that, is trying to build a brand up so that we can not only help people get their first deals or get whatever deals they need sold, whatever, right? But also to help with my own people in house, for them to get more exposure, for them to get more deals. Just not really looking at just everybody coming to me. More I want the brand, how everybody goes to everyone here.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
So-
awesome. So I'm curious, what is it that makes you the best in your field? Like, how do you think that you stand out?
I think that probably just right now, probably just being more vocal.
Yeah.
Being generous with my time. Since I do have people that help me out with certain things, such as like acquisitions, dispositions, and stuff like that, it is a lot easier for me to have a little bit more time to be able to reach out to people. Or if I've helped a few people already within the past few months that have actually reached out to me. They've never done a deal before. They were trying to figure out how they could do a deal. They were very committed. They were
Hungry.
Yeah, they were very hungry. Yeah, and so when I can see that, when you can see that someone's very hungry, very committed, they're willing to do what it takes. You can give them even a little bit of knowledge. They can take that and they'll run with it and they'll go do what they
Yeah.
need to
For
do.
sure.
You know what I mean? So the biggest thing is I think that what differentiates me now is probably trying to pour into other people outside of my business.
Right.
And like I said, just being generous with my time and trying to answer questions and help people out when I can.
That's amazing. That's amazing that you're trying to like help out. Right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Because a lot of times, it's like you find yourself in a situation where like it's me. I need to grow myself.
Yeah.
But you're not in that situation anymore. You're
Yeah.
actually out there helping. So just let me ask you this: what are what's some sacrifices that you would say you have to do, or you have done to be able to pursue your career, pursue your where you're at now?
Yeah, definitely time.
Okay.
Time was a big sacrifice. Working a lot. I'd say, with sacrificing time comes, moments with your family and stuff like that as well. Obviously, with your friends and everything like that. I don't hang out with the same friends group as much anymore because it's like, we have different priorities.
visions.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Visions of the
Yes.
way that our lives are going. Right. So I don't really, they're all great friends. Everybody's good. We're all good friends still. It's just, you don't really get the time to hang out with them as much. And then what happens is in the flip side of it, you make new friends that are, sharing your vision, that are sharing your journey, right? And you're able to advance your own business or grow as a person when you have those people in your life.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, the big thing that I've noticed is, and I heard this the other day on someone else's podcast, but they were saying that people, this industry is a very people business. People like networking, everything like that, and that you should really invest in people. And I've really took that to heart to try and invest more into people, into even people that aren't even going to bring me a deal. It just takes a little bit of knowledge to give them, and then they're going to take that and they're going to better their lives, and that's always a good thing. So.
Yeah, it's always rewarding.
Yeah.
It's always nice having that relationship with people, and then also you never know who's gonna bring that deal. Maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a family member, or who knows, right? So from your accomplishments, what is something that just recently happened that you were like voila, I did this?
Let me see. That's kind of a hard question.
Any recent accomplishments? Any goals that you've met?
Goals I've met. We started flipping a lot more. So before when I was with my partner, we were only flipping, whatever money we had, right? Like was what we were doing. We weren't leveraging other people's money or anything like that. So, I think once we split, I started to realize that, like I said, I started to realize that I need to be more vocal. I need to let people know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Let people know what's going on, not only with me, but with the business.
Right.
And so once I started doing that, and started being more open about what I needed from the community, right? The community came and they gave me exactly what I needed.
Right.
They came back with, hey, I've got this money that you can use. And from then on, we started flipping a lot more. So,
right.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Justin, so I'm curious, if there was 3 words to describe yourself, what would those 3 words be?
Hardworking, determined, and probably very decisive. Yeah. Hardworking, determined, decisive.
Most go for it.
Yeah.
Most people are undecisive, so that's a good quality to have.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. In this, I feel like in this business, if you're undecisive, you are going to go down very quick because you're going to be thinking about a lot of things. You're
Just
not
all over
doing.
the place.
Yeah.
Thinkers.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to think on the spot.
You got to be able to think on the spot and do it, go with it. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Nothing you can do about it.
So for all my overthinkers, don't think about it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Just do
Be
it.
decisive.
Take the
Be
action.
decisive.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, Justin, where do you see you or your business, or you and your business, a year from now, or 5 years from now?
Yeah. We hopefully doing a lot more flips. And then obviously keeping some of these as rentals as well.
Okay.
That's a big thing. We're looking at a couple of flips that we have right now to refinance them and keep them as rentals. So we're already trying to start the process of hitting some of those goals. But yeah, definitely a lot more flips, a lot more rentals. I don't want to have a huge team or anything like that, but I do like to have a very compact, maybe a few people, a small, a team like this that you guys are doing. You do numbers, but still at the same time, it's a small team,
How many in your team is it right now, if you don't mind me asking?
Right now we have 2. It's just me, an acquisitions person, a dispo person, and then we have the call center. So we do cold calling, we do text messages, and we do some PPC.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah. So.
If you, I was like, okay. So if you were to start all over, let's say from 5 years, right?
Yeah.
That you started. If you were to start all over, what would you do differently?
In terms of getting a deal, or in terms of just starting in general?
Anything, personal life, career, anything that you can think of.
I would probably still be in real estate.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's definitely this is definitely something I like. I like the freedom and everything about it. So I'd probably still be in real estate. If I were to start real estate all over again from 5 years ago, I'd probably say door knocking would be a big thing. But definitely what I don't hear a lot of people doing, and everybody jumps into just trying to do it themselves and throwing money at marketing and everything like that. But what I don't hear a lot of people doing is just going and working for someone that's actually already doing it.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best thing. I worked for 2 people before I actually went on my own. And granted, it wasn't the greatest experience ever. They both stole some money from me, but
the team.
But yeah, no, not the team. No. This was before these people. They stole some money. They stole some money on the transactions, but those are all learning experiences, and that's what it takes, is if you can go and work for someone and they're doing consistent deals and they're not you know, they're not a bad person, then you can definitely learn a lot and cut that learning curve.
And I guess at a certain point, it comes to did they really steal it from me, or do I just want to take it? Do I just want to take it as an, you know, okay, that's how much I charged for this experience.
When your higher self.
Right?
Yeah. So I kind of
exactly.
just, it wasn't really a big deal. It was kind of like I saw it and then I was like, okay, on to the next person to work for.
Exactly.
And I just started working for the next person.
And that says a lot about you as a person, right? You know, in some cases, people would be, you know, stuck on that particular situation, and you're like, you know what? All right, whatever, I got what I needed. You know, shame on you, but I'm out.
Yeah, definitely can't dwell. I mean, we've had, you know, even just last week, we had probably $60,000 worth of closings that canceled out, or you know, we had an assignment that we probably would have made 30 grand on.
Sheesh.
That the wholesaler that brought it to us, they ended up going to another person.
Oh man.
Yeah, they sold, and they didn't really give us the time. So you know, you can't dwell on it. You just gotta keep moving forward, keep pushing.
Yeah.
So
It can be very challenging, and when that happens, like it brings you down. Like it makes you, in other words, like sad or just like you don't want to continue doing so. But what motivated you in that situation to like, okay, they stole money. Like, what did you think about that? Like.
Yeah. I thought, you know, it's
like,
definitely a hit, especially when you're not making money, right?
It's money, you know.
Yeah. So when it wasn't like, you know, like a couple grand. It was like $16,000. So it was a sizable amount of money that was you know, that was misplaced. But
better word.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it definitely hits in your soul. But at the end of the day, I think that you know, I knew that more was going to come. And I kind of just had a you know, a belief in myself that, I mean, eventually more comes. You know?
Overcome it.
Yeah, exactly. So every time I've thought, it's funny because I think back, anytime that I've like dwelled on, you know, that you've dwelled on money or something like that, I feel like the money doesn't come in.
Yeah.
But when you don't care about those things, when you care about like helping or care about like what's the next step that we need to do, what's the next thing that we need to do to be able to get us there,
Right.
then money like flows in like it's crazy, like crazy, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So
Justin, so a lot of our viewers are brand new in real estate, and they reach out to us on our pages and they ask for advice. What's some advice that you would give our newer viewers in the real estate industry?
Yeah, probably stay consistent for sure. Consistency and action taking is a very big one.
Yeah.
Like I said, don't think about these things. If you're seeing someone that's door knocking, don't think about what you got to say to them. Just go out there and knock the door and just
Keep it natural.
You're literally another human being just like them. So it's nothing crazy. And I tell people that are getting on the phones early, right? That are just starting to get on the phones. Like, don't complicate it. You're just having a conversation with someone.
Right.
It's literally, you'll never see that person again.
Exactly. And the worst
maybe
that,
at all.
that can happen is they say no.
Yeah, worst that happens, they say no. The other worst thing that can happen, they yell at you. But you got a quick click of the button, you're out of there.
Exactly.
On to the next one, you know?
Exactly.
So yeah, I definitely say consistency. You know, if you're not consistent in this game, if you're not following up with your leads all the time, and I'm not just talking about like one follow up a day or, you know, 2 follow ups in a week or something like that. Like if you are not consistently pounding that phone and following up with your leads, someone else is going to do it. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
There's always going to be somebody else to replace.
Oh yeah. So there's plenty of hungry people out here.
For sure. So Justin, really quickly, what is one of the most important? So, and it can be real estate aside if you want to, but what is one of the most important decisions that you have to make in your life?
Probably not going to college.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a complete waste of my time. I didn't see myself doing that. I was actually doing my clinicals at the VA down here downtown.
Okay.
Or downtown.
Wow, and
Phoenix.
that's a
tough place to be at. Yeah, that's
Very
really
challenging.
Yeah, that's really what got me.
But
me out of
did
it.
you graduate like with your degree?
No. I dropped out a year early. So
For nursing, right?
Yeah, for nursing. Yeah, so I'm still paying back those college tuitions.
No ambition to go back and finish it, like being that you were so close to getting done?
Not at all. Yeah.
Well, you don't have to anymore. Look at you.
Yeah, it's not my thing. I just, when I was in there, it was a lot of like the aura of like being in a hospital and everything like that. It's very down, everybody's sick and everything like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that type of medicine. And yeah, I just didn't really want to pursue it. My mom's a nurse, so she's really the only reason that I got into that. Kind of
Following her steps.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So.
And then like on the VA, there's a lot of trauma, there's a lot of PTSD, there's a lot of challenges that people go through.
It's not for everybody.
And
it's definitely not.
You do pick up that energy.
Yeah.
And the vibe, it's just like kind of,
it weighs on you.
Yeah, you just want to get out of there.
Yeah. It's definitely, you got to have a heart for it. Yeah, a heart to do those things. Even there's certain professions, you definitely have to have the heart, and you have to be built for that.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
No, for sure.
So how did you get to know Wholesale Sharks? I know there was some business going on. How did you hear it about us?
Yeah. So Ramon, I mean, I knew Ramon before, like, the whole boom of everything.
Shout out Ramon.
Shout out Ramon. Yeah.
boss.
So he helped me out, helped me and my partner out when we were first starting out. We were trying to get like a vision as to like where we were going to go and what we were going to do. We actually came to his old office
when we were in Central.
No. It was before that.
Yeah, you
weren't even with him yet. None of
Yeah.
you guys were with
No,
him. It was
yeah,
just
no.
him. It was him. I believe his wife was doing it too. Was doing the
Shout out
follow-ups.
Nancy.
Yeah, but yeah, I remember it was a while ago. It's probably like I said, 4 years ago, back when I first started. So we came to him, and he gave us some guidance, and from there we just kind of took it and rolled with it and did our thing, and we've closed deals together, done deals together, and everything like
Was
that.
it through social media that you guys met, or networking at an office, or someone talked to you about him?
I think it was social media. I think it was Instagram. Yeah, I think I saw.
It's powerful, you guys, social media.
100%. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Social media is definitely a very big thing. I've been learning that over the last 6 months. It's insane, like
It's
the
been
power
boom.
of social
And
media.
not only that, but it's gonna get even bigger.
Yeah.
It's
The
amazing.
metaverse.
The metaverse.
You always like to say that.
I know. I like to say that.
The cloud.
The cloud. Before we wrap this up, Justin, I was curious. Who do you look up to? Like, do you have somebody that you look up to?
A leader or your hero?
Probably
all
probably my mom. She's a hardworking person. She's done a lot for us, even through some crazy stuff that's happened. But yeah, my mom, she's a very hardworking person. My dad's a hardworking person too. I got it from both of them. But I'm more me and my mom are more in line.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So
Well, ladies, any closing statements that you guys want to add? It seems like we're running out of time here.
Yeah, Justin, it was a pleasure having you, meeting you in person, and hopefully we'll be able to do more deals together in the future. I'm sure that we will.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here and making
appreciate
part of
you guys.
this podcast. And stay tuned, you guys.
Oh yeah.
Justin, anything else that you want to go ahead and share with our viewers? Any other closing remarks?
Just if you guys are new to wholesaling, just keep at it. Don't quit. Keep consistent and go out there and rock it. Don't worry about anybody else. Don't worry about what anybody's telling you. Post on your social media the journey. Don't worry about what other people think.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna, it's gonna pop in your mind like that you're gonna worry about what other people think, but who cares? No one cares when you got money in the bank. So
Hey,
Yes, that's true.
amen. Amen.
Yeah,
Social media, how can we find you?
How can the people?
Or number, email.
My Instagram is What Up I'm Justin, and then on Facebook it's just Justin Vega. You guys can reach out to me either way. I do get like a flood of messages on Instagram, but Facebook is a little bit easier for me to message people back. But hit me up on Instagram too. So
You guys heard it.
Awesome.
Well, thank you once again, Justin, for being here today. Guys, we put these videos on to inspire and educate our community. We look forward to possibly helping somebody else out there. We don't ask to be exclusive. All we ask is that you give us the opportunity to help out in the future. That's all the time that we have for this one, guys. We'll see you guys in the next podcast.
Thanks, guys.
yeah.